Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Buck Roll. Alright, I'm back in the guest bedroom. I know I don't usually show a lot out here, partly because this is probably the least used room I have in the house right now. And as such, things tend to get stored in here when I don't, when I don't have a specific place for it. Well, it's time to kind of get this room back into working order, kind of get some stuff organized, maybe downsize some stuff, repurpose other things, and let's just try and consolidate what's in here so we can make everything fit and be a little more tidy in here. Let me show you what we got in mind. You'll probably recall that I brought this home with me when I came back from California after my mom's funeral. This is something that had belonged to my grandmother, my mom's mom, and then my mom got it when my grandmother died, and I got it when she died. I definitely want to have it in this room, but there just isn't a lot of room in here. I've got this dresser, which right now I'm using for kind of storing, archiving family photos and stuff like that. I have a desk over here with some computer stuff and other junk on it. I have a file cabinet over there and a computer that probably hasn't worked in 15 years. And it's all just kind of taking up space in this corner of the room. So what I think I want to do, I don't really think I need a file cabinet anymore. Truth is, I haven't had that thing open in the entire time that I've been here. And so today we're going to open it up and we're going to look at what's in there. We're going to see if we need to keep any of that. And if we do, we'll find some better place for it. If not, it's just going to go to the dump. And we're going to get rid of the file cabinet. I think we'll just give that to Goodwill or something. The computer desk, on the other hand, is something that I think we may repurpose. There's a section out in the living room where the telescope used to stand. I don't really keep it out there anymore. Maybe if I get a new one, we'll put it there. But right now, there's kind of an empty hole, and that desk could go really nice right there. And it would allow me to kind of bring part of my Guided by Voices collection into the kind of main Guided by Voices visiting area there. So that'll make more sense in a little bit. The rest of the stuff we're gonna put away and see if it works, and if it does, we'll keep it. If not, we'll get rid of it. And hopefully, by having all that out of here, I can push this over into the corner and move this thing to right here. That also means I'm gonna have to rearrange some of the photographs on the wall, but that's all part of the process. All right, so I got basically everything out of here now that's going to have something on that has something on top of it that's going. The computer desk is coming out of here, but all the stuff that's on there needs to remain. I think except for that monitor, we're going to take the monitor off, and we may be making a trip to the e-waste disposal place because there's a couple old DVD players, a computer monitor here. I don't think the computer monitor works, so no reason to keep it around here, but we're going to get that out of here. And then, of course, the file cabinet's coming out. And we got to dig through that and see if there's anything in there that's worth keeping, or if it just all goes into the shredder. I think what it largely is, it's like income tax returns of mine from like 1990, 1985 when I was working, when I was in college. And there's like paycheck stubs and stuff like that. Not really anything of any value, but I'm going to go through that and see if there is anything there that I need to keep. And then that's out, and like I said, the desk is going out into the living room and will be repurposed for something else. And that will go into the corner, and this thing will go right here, hopefully. And like I said, I'm going to have to rearrange some of the pictures on the wall because they'll get covered up by this thing, but we'll do something cool with that. So that's where we're going from now on here. Let me finish this off, and I'll catch up to you in a little bit. So this here's the new location for the desk, and I had a little bit more of my Guided by Voices memorabilia, this 3-ring binder with a bunch of stuff in it, and some beer bottles that I'd gotten from the band over the years. And I had those over here on this thing, but I said, you know what, I want to get this kind of cleaned up too, and just have kind of specific things, maybe from the rock collection. You can see I have some of the spheres on top of it right now. Or maybe some of my coffee table books or something up there, other than Guided by Voices stuff, which should all kind of be over here. It also opens up the possibility of putting a couple things down here now. to kind of tie everything together. But that's where that's going to go. I've got the file cabinet out of here right now. It's just out here in the living room. No matter what, it's not going back, and all that matters right now for that is what's on the inside, and do I need to keep any of it. And I've basically cleared everything out of here and moved the dresser over towards the wall right here. It's just about right. I might have to move that one Guided by Voices poster somewhere else to make room for it. The little family tree I have here for my mom's side of things is actually at the perfect height for this. So it fit perfectly in this little hole. And now all I got to do is put that thing right here. And it'll be just to the left of the TV here. And like I said, we'll probably have to rearrange some of these pictures here because we don't want to be covering anything up. But I got room over the top there. I also got room for over here. So this will work. All right, I got this thing into place. Actually, it's a little smaller than I thought. I basically, because I had it on this little hand truck thing so I could move it around easily. I thought, well, initially when I put it in here, I was going to have to move this picture and this picture to make it fit. But actually, I probably just need to move that one there. And we could move that up there, and that should look pretty good. So we got to pull the nail out of the wall here, move it over there, clean up and patch up the hole here, and then we're good to go, I think. All right, I got the room kind of put back together. I gotta say, this looks a lot better. There's actually a lot more room in here. That desk and that file cabinet took an enormous amount of space, and it was always like, you had to inch your way through this little section here. So having that in the corner and this being a lot more narrow, like I said, makes this room look a lot larger. And yeah, I think that looks a lot better. You agree? Let me know. Got all the pictures up above the TV here. Like I said, I only had to move the one from here, and it just went over there. And I was able to get in here, and I patched a hole in the wall and painted over it, and that was good to go. I was glad that I still had some of that paint that was still in usable condition in the garage. But well, got a couple little knickknacks up here. This used to belong to my dad and was in his study. This is something I think he got from work, and it's been going here. This is something I had for a long time. I told you before when the B2 project was declassified, I got all these great memorabilia pieces at the time, and in fact they've just been in an envelope until just recently when I framed them. But yeah, that was one of the pieces I got, and that's been kind of a piece of my desk for many years. My dad had one on his desk too. Unfortunately, I didn't get that one. I don't know what happened to that one, but I don't know. I think like I said, I think the room looks a lot better. I also put this thing up. My great grandmother, I believe, made that, and my understanding is it had been up in the attic for many years, and my mom had kind of forgotten that it existed, and she found it one Christmas when they were up there, and she decided to frame it, and apparently it was really delicate, and they had to be very careful to not damage it any further. And like I said, I got that, and I think that's a really kind of a cool piece. Kind of trippy, huh? So the final task for the day is to kind of pull everything out of the file cabinet and see if there's anything in here that's worth keeping. So far I've got tax records for every year I've worked since I started working. I got a bunch of stuff down here related to like the house in California. Don't really need any of that. And some stuff from Disney. Definitely don't want any of that. Still got to go through the rest of this. I got the top drawer completely empty now, and just got to go through the rest of it now, see if there's anything here that's worth keeping. Right now it doesn't look that good. Alright, I've made it through both drawers now, and while 98% of it is just going into the trash, I did find a couple of things I want to keep. Some souvenirs of places I've been to, some like historical family things. Prior to me starting to use the dresser drawer for keeping family archives and stuff like that, I had a file in the file cabinet here with like funeral announcements and stuff like that. And so those are funeral announcements and bulletins from the church services from my grandparents when they passed and all that. In fact, let's open that up and take a look at that, because there's some kind of fun stuff in that. Yeah, see, this here is the, well, basically the funeral announcement and the bulletin from the church service from when my Grandpa Wallstrom died. That's my mom's dad. He died in 1982, so that was a long time ago. He was the first grandparent I had that passed away. He'd kind of been a laborer his whole life. Smart guy, you know, had common sense, but I don't think he made it much past 5th grade in terms of education. But he worked at a mine all his life, and I believe it was kind of all the stuff that he had to inhale working in the mine that probably was what caused the cancer that ultimately killed him. But yeah, he died in 1982. Over here I got my dad's father, Robert Roll. That's his funeral announcement and the church bulletin, and looks like a little newspaper article from the funeral home doing that. And I was also looking at it, and there's this handwritten note inside listing the different pieces of music that were played on the organ before the services. And it's like, whoa, I see like Chopin and Tchaikovsky and Wagner and Grieg and all that. So a lot of great names on that. You remember my grandfather was an opera singer, my grandmother too. So it made sense that there'd be a lot of really fantastic music, being played at his service. And over here, these are some of the bulletins from when my goddaughter was baptized. My friend Matt. Matt used to be, who runs the Island Horizon videos that I show on my live streams from time to time. He and his ex-wife had a daughter, and her name was Amanda. And Matt and Susan selected me to be their godfather, and yeah, that was the announcement right there of the church service. All right, so that's what's left of it here. This little stack here, that's the stuff I want to keep. All this is just basically going to go to the shredder. That includes like 30 years of tax returns and stuff like that. And then that's probably going to go to Goodwill or something. I don't have need for it anymore. Haven't had need for a file cabinet in a long time. So yeah, it's time to downsize that, and it's a good time. So into the file cabinet, end of a whole bunch of this junk. I'm going to probably end up burning it in the fireplace because there's like tax stuff in there, and I don't want that getting out. So we'll be careful with that. But like I said, there's a little bit in there we want to keep, and we're going to hold on to that. But that's a significant reduction in inventory. So this has been a successful downsizing. Anyway, I think that's all I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.